Hello, and welcome to me ranting on about a toy for a good long while. I'm going to be talking about the Drivemax Megazord, which is not this guy. This is a bootleg of Daiboken, his Japanese equivalent. In Japan, for the 30th anniversary of their Super Sentai series, they had Bokenger, which was an adventure-themed superhero show. Here in America, we call the series Power Rangers, and that season was Operation Overdrive. Over there, the first Megazord they released was this guy, Daiboken. A very nice little guy, made of 5 pieces. A dump truck, a Formula 1 race car, a bulldozer, a submarine, and a gyrocopter on his back. And he formed this. Later on, they introduced 4 more pieces: a drill, a shovel, a crane, and a mixer, which can all replace his arms. And they can combine with all of these, a 9-piece combination, to make Super Daiboken. And then later they introduce Go-Go Jet, which can combine with that 9-piece combination to make a 10-piece, which is Ultimate Daiboken, a very awesome toy. And this is a bootleg, mind you. It's not the real thing, but it's a pretty accurate facsimile. It has all the proper pieces and everything. As you can see, it's quite posable, has bendable knees, and its legs can shift from side to side. It has 2 elbows, which for a Megazord is quite impressive. Megazords don't have elbows very often. And, well, it's a very nice toy. No one in their right mind who collects things like this would dislike it. But for some reason, when they brought it over to America, the manufacturers of Bandai in America didn't seem to want to use this. I suppose it's because of its size. Megazords tend to be on the larger side, so I guess this one, which isn't very big for a Megazord, didn't exactly tickle their fancy. Here's a 2-liter bottle, which you can see kind of towers over it. And so they wanted to redo it, I guess. So they did. And when they released their Drivemax Megazord, it was this, which you can see is about actually taller than the 2-liter bottle. Well, no, the same size. Whatever. Anyway, as you can see, he dwarfs the little guy. But what he gains in size, he lacks in detail. For instance, this sword in the Japanese version can combine. You can take it apart, make it into a shovel and pick. It doesn't work on this bootleg, but it does on the real toy, and this one's just one solid piece of plastic. The worst part about it, of course, would be this arm here. Has no elbow or joint like that, which causes numerous problems besides posability issues. The legs will not turn here like they will on the other toy. So they sacrifice detail for size. They also put in this little gimmick. It makes some noise. Nothing too exciting. But, yeah, people are confused by this, and rightfully so. They kind of dumped upon this poor guy. By himself, he is pretty much a letdown. If you were expecting this guy, and then you got this guy, well, you'd feel a little let down. Okay, so then we have 5 more pieces to go with this. These 5 pieces, the drill, shovel, crane, mixer, and jet, happen to also combine to make another Megazord. which in Japan was called Daitenken, here was called the Dual Drive Megazord. So you would expect the next Megazord that they would release in this set would be the Dual Drive Megazord. And technically it was, but it's not exactly what you think. It was this. Now, anyone who's familiar with this knows what's wrong with this. Because this isn't the jet. This is just a black version of the dump. Furthermore, if I can give you a closer look at his feet, you see these parts on the bottom? Well, those are his crane and shovel and mixer. But turn them around and you see, wait a minute, they're just flat pieces of plastic. There's no crane or mixer to be found. Oh, many fans were upset, including me. I wasn't sure if I should buy this or not. The drill and the shovel are alright. Has a nice head. But it just led you to wonder, what are they thinking? Why would they release two fake Zords, for lack of a better word, with these feet? He kind of became known as the Slipper Zord because of that. I've taken to calling him that because he's ridiculous. I also have dubbed him the Megazord of Failure. Though, actually, this isn't the true Megazord of Failure. I might show that a bit later. He also came with this grill here on the back, which the Drivemax was supposed to have a movable drill, so they had to include this to make up for the fact, otherwise the Super Daiboken mode would have ended up lacking his stomach piece and looked kind of plain and empty. Okay. So then fans weren't even sure if the jet was going to come out. But eventually they did come out with it. It took them till the end of the year, but they did. And here he was. The Dual Drive Megazord. Wait, wasn't the last one the Dual Drive Megazord? Well, yes he was. And so was this guy. The difference is that the first one was dual drive with a space. This one is dual drive without a space. That makes searching for them on the internet rather difficult. Anyway, here he is. He looks alright, right? Very much like him. In fact, he actually has an advantage over the Japanese Daiboken version because the Daitenken of that set was shorter than Drivemax, where in actuality he's supposed to be slightly taller, and this one is slightly taller. See? Put them side by side, you will see slightly taller. I can't get a good angle. Trust me, he is. Anyway, I gotta stop the video right now. I'll be right back. Okay? Okay.